everyone, you're welcome to my YouTube channel, Africraft TV. Thanks for watching my videos and thanks for subscribing. If you are a returning subscriber, I say thank you, and if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly click on the subscribe button. Thank you. So today I'll be teaching you how to make a prototype of those slippers. It's a craft that you can actually make with the use of a paper. Can you see? So we're actually going to be making this ourselves. So if you know how to do this, you can actually make do with the normal leather once you are good. So we'll be starting with the use of paper. So let's begin. We'll be using this carton. You can get it can be any carton you have. So we'll be using a piece of carton and we'll be using a piece of soft paper to cut out our slippers. So let's clear out our table. Okay, so my scissors and this. Okay, let me show you the patterns. There are actually different patterns, and this pattern is the design on top of your slippers or your palm sandal. So you can actually cut them out. If you see a particular design you like, you just have to be creative when you're making your sandals or your slippers. So here is an example of a pattern. Can you see? So once you are good with this, you can make use of the original leather. Can you see different patterns that I have? Okay, I'll be showing you how to cut it out and how you can. Can you see? This is the sole. I cut this out with the use of soft paper. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, you're following me. Okay, so I'm actually going to cut this. You know, I told you in my first video that you can get a ready-made sole so as to know the size you want to cut. So we'll be cutting our sole with the use of this ready-made sole. Walk into any shoemaking store and ask for ready-made sole and you'll be given any size of your choice. So let's do this. This is what you do. Okay, you place this here and okay, with the use of your marker, see what I'm doing? Can you see what I'm doing? You mark it out. Can you see what I'm doing? You mark it out. Just place it on your carton or any paper of your choice, probably a cardboard. So you could do it with your children as family fun time. Can you see? Yeah. So this is the right side. So this is what you do to cut the left leg. You just flip it over. Okay, you just flip it over. See where I just cut now. So to get the other leg, this is what you do. You flip it over. You flip it over and you do what? And you cut. Can you see? You can use your chalk to cut it out if you don't have it. If you don't have this marker, you can use your marker or anything you have to cut it out. So now we have the right side leg and the left leg. So the next thing to do is to cut it out. So I'm going to be cutting it out. So you cut it out as I'm doing. Can you see? Just trace it out like this. Like this. Trace it out. One beautiful thing about knowing this is that you'll be able to practicalize whatever that you know you are doing on paper. You're able to use it on real leather, because real leather can be expensive and you don't want to start wasting your materials. That's why I'm teaching you how to be good using a paper. So we are assuming this is a leather. Can you see? You have to be careful. Follow the lines. Follow the lines to get the beautiful sole, perfect sole. Voila! Can you see? So we have a leather looking just like a ready-made sew. Okay, so we are actually going to make the pattern. I told you that any design you have on it like this is called pattern. It's called pattern. So we are going to be cutting a pattern with soft paper. You know that this sew is always harder and thicker than a pattern on slippers. So that's why I want to use a softer material for you. So not forgetting that this is what we are actually using. So I have a ready-made pattern here. So we'll be cutting out our pattern. Let's keep this aside. Let's keep this aside. Here is our pattern. We are actually going to be tracing this out. So can you see placing it on it? Can you see? Yeah. So we are actually cutting this out now. Okay, for this particular pattern, if you notice it, there are actually two of this. I'm going to show you after cutting it out. So for one pair, you do like this. You know, I told you anytime you are doing something that has to do with pair in shoe with designing, if you want to make the other part, what do? You flip it. Can you see? You flip it. So you flip this too like this and turn it. Then you do what? You trace it out. So we just trace this out, and the next thing for us to do is what? To use scissors to cut everything out. So we've actually traced our pattern. Like I told you, this is a sample of what we are making. Can you see? Can you see? Okay, so I've explained how you can trace it out. So the next thing for us to do now is to bring them together. Okay, now the slight difference between using a soft paper and a real leather is soft paper is much more lighter. Soft paper is much more lighter than the real leather. Okay, so this is the leather you're going to be using, and it comes in different color. You can go through my previous videos to check the difference between a single leather and double leather. This is actually a single leather. Watch my previous video to know the reason why it's a single leather. Okay, so holding your paper like this and imagining that it's a leather, this is what you do. Can you see these two sides? We have the short side and we have the long side equally like this. So imagine it's your leather, you're holding like this. We have the long side and we have the short side. This is what you do. You interlock it. You interlock it. Okay, for the sake of this tutorial, I don't want it unnecessarily long. So I'll be doing a part 2 to continue and give you the concluding part of the video. So stay tuned and watch out for part 2 of this video. Thanks for watching.